Well, I hiked in a couple miles back here down a forest road, and I made it to where I'm going to camp tonight. It's a little chilly out. I think it's like about 35 right now, and I'm actually not too far from a highway. I think I'm about a little less than a mile from a highway. But this is a great clearing right here, and I'm going to try to pack down some of the snow so that I can put up my tent and have, not be like stepping in deep snow the whole time. So gonna get that going, get my tent set up, get some firewood, try to get warmed up a bit. It's pretty cold and it's gonna get down a lot colder tonight, so I want to be warm. Wind is blowing this way, and I don't want the smoke from my fire to go into my tent, so I'm going to try to make it along the line of the wind. Well, I'm going to set up the hot stove, or the stove, I guess, for the hot tent. This is a Dotchel mini hot stove that I got recently, that Emma and I found online, and we tried setting it up one time and it worked pretty nicely. So tonight we're going to see how well it keeps me warm. It's going to be pretty chilly out tonight, so I'll pile up firewood and keep it going throughout the night. It seemed like it needed to be stoked about every hour. It seemed to die down after about an hour, so we'll see. It's pretty warped though. It really warped itself after heating up for the first time, but I think after it goes back together it'll be okay. Oh, and there's all that soot. When I initially folded this together, it's like a memory steel, so I was trying to fold it and I cut myself with a sharp metal, so now I got gloves. Well, I've cut a few pieces of firewood and it's not going to be quite enough for a night, but I'm going to split it and get that ready. And then I think I can just use normal long uncut wood for a campfire. I want to get a campfire going and I want to get wood for the wood stove, because I don't want to go through all the process of processing all these little pieces of wood just to burn a big fire. I'd rather just use big, longer pieces that I didn't have to cut up so much. It's kind of crazy to think about how right now there's so many forest fires and things going on on the West Coast, and out here it's so cold and it's been snowing, and it's just, there's such a juxtaposition there that it's kind of hard to get my mind wrapped around. I'm gonna get this fire going in the stove, and then while it's starting to burn and heating up, I'm gonna chop some more firewood. Probably gonna saw some more from the tree over there, which is actually extremely convenient because it's so close and it's a hardwood. I think it's oak. To start the fire, I have this bag full of cotton balls that are coated in Vaseline. A really easy thing to do is just put them in there and use a ferrite rod to light them. Why is it so difficult to cut the wood? So difficult to cut the wood. We have salmon for dinner and potatoes with cheese. We have green beans and hot chocolate with salt and pepper, with rosemary, and some food soon. I'm getting hungry. It's already 3 o'clock. Oh my gosh. Sunset is in just 2 hours, and I'm just trying to get some wood before then. I want to put up the drone and see what it looks like around here after I get more firewood. Well, I got a really nice fire going in the stove, but I think I'd like to get one going outside if I have the energy. Oh no. Oh shoot. Big gust of wind just came and bent the chimney. Look at the chimney's all bent. That should be enough sticks. Oh, there we go. Easy from that side. Man, I think I was supposed to pack an apple. There was an apple on the counter that Emma left me, and I forgot to take it. Now I really wish I had it. But I think I have a chocolate bar in here I can eat for some quick carbs. And there's something about the campfire. Once you get it going, it just feels so much better being out here. It feels less cold, and I don't know, obviously you're less cold, but it doesn't feel as sad, or I don't know what it is. And chocolate, it's always good too. Got these huge logs, I can just push onto it as they burn down. Just got this, get the snow to melt. Got a spatula and aluminum foil. Aluminum foil is for the potatoes, and a bag of paper towels just to clean up. Potatoes. Yeah, I love potatoes. They're so starchy, so good. Let's see, and so easy to cook. Should have packed a little more olive oil, I guess. Last but not least, Parmesan cheese. Maybe I should add the Parmesan later, but I'm adding some now. You can always add more later. It's definitely good to get the potatoes in the fire now because they take a long time to cook, and I want them in there for a long time. It's cold out here. I think it's getting down to the low 20s now. I like how precise the temperature control on the flue on the wood stove is. It's like you turn it a slight bit and the fire dims down, turn it up, and you can easily dial in the perfect temperature. It's pretty warm in here even with the door open. I recently had a hole in my Thermarest pad, but I was able to patch it. Put it in the bathtub, inflated it, found the hole, patched it, and it hasn't leaked since. It's not staked out, and it's making the inside of the tent push in when it's windy. Always got to bring hot chocolate. Glad I brought leather gloves to pick this thing up with because it'll be super hot. It's always good to have fish at a camp out. Fish or steak, those are the two things. And if you're not at a place where you can catch fish, you just got to get it at the store. It is good to be out here. It's good to be outside. I've been noticing this winter I've been inside a lot, and I feel like a lot of that's because of the darkness. You know, it gets dark earlier. It's been getting dark before 5, and now just starting to get dark after 5. But because of that, I come home from my job and I end up, you know, sitting on the couch and just watching TV, or just not being motivated to do a lot of things, like not being motivated to be productive. And so I've tried to be intentional about making plans to go out and do things like this, because it's so easy to just spend the whole winter inside, not doing anything for yourself, not being productive, and then that carries over into the spring and the summer, even when it's not dark in the evening, if you don't stop the habit, you know, while it's starting, basically. So trying to find things to do, trying to plan more things, and planning is something that I can do that's productive in the evening, like planning for a trip like this or planning for other trips. You know, that's a productive thing I can do, and so it's really good to be out here. I'm really, really grateful for that. My potatoes are being crushed by a log now. I think they should be ready to eat pretty soon. I should probably get the fish. Probably should get the fish going. The seasoning all over it, both sides. That looks good. Wow. Look at that salmon. It's blackened on the bottom. Give that a few more minutes. Might be a little overcooked by the time it's done. That's okay.
And when you were explaining the relationship with
What we got in here. Oh my goodness, it looks so good. Delicious. Oh, got a piece stuck in my mouth. Delicious. Come out here. We're trying to do some exercise, be healthy, and then cancel that all out by having 3 servings, probably 5 servings if you actually count it for actual servings. And then hot chocolate. Speaking of hot chocolate, well, it's not supposed to snow or rain tonight, so I can leave my gear out, just put it in my sled, and not really have to worry about it. Well, I'm feeling pretty tired, so I'm gonna crawl into my sleeping bag, go to bed, probably listen to some podcasts before I go to bed. It's pretty cozy in here. Look at the temperature now. We're at 103 at the top of the tent. Probably about 70 where I am. Well, it's that time where it's dark outside and sleep is needed. Oh man, it's time for bed. I need some sleep. I'm going crazy. I'll see you guys in the morning. Good night. Good
morning, everyone. It's bright out. It's probably like 7:30. I got up a few times to stoke the fire. I barely made it through the night with enough wood. There's 4 pieces of wood left. I was starting to ration the firewood at the end of the night. I really didn't want to have to get up and cut more, and I wanted the fire to keep going. I guess it's time to get up. Get packed up, make some breakfast. I got up in the middle of the night and I noticed I left my boot leaning against the stove and I melted it. I don't know what I'm thinking. I don't know why. I was trying to thaw it out and it ended up melting the back of the boot. I guess I can like coat that in epoxy or something. Don't cut yourself out here. Get this oil to melt. Man, this looks so good. Look at this. Eggs, tomatoes, and all this Parmesan cheese and basil. Let's give this a try. That's good. Very good. Oh my gosh. Look, I see a deer. Another deer. Oh my gosh. The inside of this is so dirty. There's just nasty stuff inside here. Like char. Wonder if that's from the type of wood that I'm burning or what. Guys, this has been an awesome day, an awesome trip. I really enjoyed using the hot tent and chopping the wood and getting a big fire going and cooking all that good food. Stayed warm all night, got down pretty cold, but did pretty well. I'm planning on making more videos this winter and getting back into the swing of things. So if you want to see those and you want to follow, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.